Hi there, welcome back to the Rare Book Views channel where I talk about how much I love books and bookstores and book shopping and collecting, the smell of books, the size of books, all the book things. If you are interested in books, please let me know. I love to hear about it. And if you would consider, please subscribing to the channel. That would be awesome. Please leave me a comment. I love hearing what other people are reading and collecting. It really does make my day. And I appreciate everybody who's done that so far. Thank you. It makes it so much fun for me. Adds a little bit to my book shopping. Today I'm going book shopping. I'm going to a charity bookshop. It is a fantastic place, and it's a little bit hit or miss. Sometimes I find a ton of things that I want. Sometimes I find a couple really special things that I want. So I don't really know what I'm getting into, but I do have a bunch of lists for people. I have several wish lists, which is great because it's like a treasure hunt. I have a friend who lives overseas and has a hard time getting books in English and gave me some, I quizzed him about what he wanted. So I'm looking for some adventure, biography, spy novel type things for him. And then I have a friend who has a bunch of kids who always need a ton of books. I have a bunch of things I'm collecting. I'm trying to keep my purchasing for personal reading to a minimum because I have so many things on hand, but who knows what I'll find. Let's go find out. Wow, I had such a great, successful trip. It was so much fun. It was great people watching. It was a little bustly. There were really good conversations going on. It was fun to hear what other people were looking for and talking about. And I bought kind of a lot of books. I bought a good chunk, maybe a dozen or so books. I did find books for my friend who has elementary school age kids. They're back in school. They need a certain number of books a day in life and during school year. And I have a list for her. So I found a bunch of things. They're really into this series, Who Is, What Is, Where Is, and I found 4 of them that she wanted. And these were $2 each. They're in, as far as I can tell, new condition. This happens a lot with kids' books. You can get them for really a song in new condition. People don't want to keep their kids' books forever. Sometimes people get duplicates. So often at the charity shops, they have a lot of kids' books, and I love finding them for my friends who don't have time to go shopping themselves, but have kids who need them. And I just think it's great to reuse books like that, give them a new home. The other real hot item for her right now is this series, the Ballpark Mysteries. And this is a hard one to find because they are tiny. So depending on the mood of the people who are shelving them, who knows where you're going to find them, and they're small. So I found a ton. I felt like I found the mother lode. There are 5 of these. They were $1, which seems like an incredible bargain. And I also found from her list for her, Lauren Willig. I love her books. They are so much fun. She has, I believe, a law degree and a literature degree. And she does these great, really well-researched historical romance novels. They're fantastic, and I'm always trying to get people to read them. So my friend, I gave her the first one, which is The Secret History of the Pink Carnation, and she asked me to find the second one, and I found it, and I just think that's awesome. And this was just a couple dollars, all like new condition. For my friend who lives overseas, I found a ton of stuff. I'm so excited. Several of these are books that we took a stroll through my library, and I said, what about this one? What about this one? To give me an idea. And I found a bunch of the ones that we actually looked at. He has not read The Martian. I think he's going to like this because it's a great adventure story and sort of a problem-solving story, and it's a quick, easy read. So I think that'll be good. I love this book. This book, World War Z, way better as a book than I think the movie let it down a little bit, partly because of the narrative style. It's just a little bit different. I don't want to give too much away. The way they tell the story is really great. Some of the detail in the book gets lost. It just doesn't translate well to the movie. The movie's fun. I think the book is better, and I think it's a great adventure. So, and good life advice, how to evade zombies. The Spy Who Came In from the Cold, we looked at this, and he said he would want to read it, and I found it, and this is brand new, really. This is a good one. He does like true crime, but we didn't get into very much detail about what kind of true crime. This is a true crime story, but it's so great. It's just so weird. The movie is also fantastic. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, wonderful. I think it's like it transports you to another place and time, and there is a bunch of antique dealing here. I'm not an antique dealer, but I do love, obviously, antique books. So a little bit of that vibe and just weird stuff. So this is going to be good. I think he's really going to like this. Born to Run, a great adventure story, and just incredibly well told. I do not super love the advice here about what kind of shoes to wear, but that's just neither here nor there. This adventure and finding people and characters, so good. And a page turner. And Shadow Divers. This is a true story about divers, and my friend is a diver. So I think he's going to get really into this. It is an amazing, crazy story about some people who were looking for a World War II object underwater. And it's so good about sort of diver culture and personal stories, and really like a great vignette and good page turner. So I got him 6 books that were, I think, right on target. So I'm excited about that. I can't wait to hear reviews from him. And then for myself, I got this one. Is on my list, and I was trying not to buy fiction, and I don't care because I read The Invisible Life of someone. Addie LaRue. Is that right? LaRue. Wonderful. I love that book so much. It was one of my favorite books. I think I read it last year. And I didn't realize that she has other books, and this is one of them. And it cost me a grand total of $2. So I will put that on the to be read shelf. That is a little full, and that's okay. I found this guy. This is interesting. This is a reprint of a very cool edition of Alice in Wonderland. Look at this. Dust jacket. Look at the embossing. So cool. I have sold this book several times, and it is a reliable one to help me pay for my rock and roll book lifestyle. But this one, I think it's a reprint. It's got an ISBN on it, so I know it's 1970s or later. And it also has this seal, the 125th anniversary here. So I am interested to see what is actually the value of this as a used book. I am fascinated to find out about that. And then this one. This is one of the Winnie the Pooh books, and it is a 1940s. I really love that this publisher, Dutton, they make it really easy because on the copyright page, they list all of them, and then sort of just abbreviate. They give you a cut and then say, here's the most recent editions. So this one is the reprint in 1935. This is the 232nd printing in 1943. This is the 1940s version. And look at the cover. It's really cool. It's got these crazy illustrations on it. And I have the other 3, and nothing makes me happier than finding the 4th one, reuniting them, and finding them a new home. So I will put this up on eBay, and I'm just thrilled because it was only a couple dollars, and it is in really nice condition. Usually these ones are loved to pieces. So this is a nice one. Somebody already put it in a archival cover to keep the dust jacket safe, and I actually have the other ones with the dust jackets. So I have the whole set, and I can find them a new home. How great is that? So that is my book adventure. I bought like a couple dozen books, which is fantastic. It was so much fun. I just really was immersed in books today, and I loved it. I hope you enjoyed it too. Thank you for watching. Happy reading.